We've been concerned about it for many, many years, and it's no surprise to us in the licensed cab trade. As you said earlier, Eddie, we seem to have this conversation every year. And to be honest, you can sum it up in 2 words: satellite office. The public carriage office has allowed minicab firms to sprout up from doorways, bars, clubs, restaurants, anywhere they want. So,
Go on, can I just interrupt you? Because we know each other, because we've had this conversation many times, I'm going to ask you if I can cut to the chase tonight.
Please.
Black cabs are just too expensive. That's why people will use alternative methods, because it just costs too much.
No, not at all, Eddie. If you get into a tat, the tat know that you haven't been able to get a black cab or a legal minicab, so they're going to ask you whatever they want and know that you'll pay. Eddie, this is no surprise to us. With the satellite offices, what the public carriage office has done is educate the public wrongly into believing that when you come out of a bar or a club and there's a row of cars outside with a fella standing there saying to you, taxi, taxi, madam, do you need a taxi? They've had a drink, they say, yeah, we need a taxi. He's got a high-vis jacket, he looks kosher, he's got a clipboard, looks legal. Okay. It's not. And that's the trouble, Eddie. They've educated the public wrongly.
Well, I'm going to leave it there. Good evening to you, John.
Evening, Eddie.
Thanks very much for calling us tonight. Give us your take on it. Are you upset that I'm talking about price?
No, the price issue, I think, like other people have said, I think taxi cabs are value for money when you consider what the investment in the vehicle, what drivers go through the training, etc., etc., etc. The reality is touts rip off people on the streets. That's why they're out there touting, so they can rip you off. They might tell people that they're going to be half price for a black cab, but what they'll do is they'll overquote what they believe a London taxi cab to be. There are many issues why this problem occurs. One, the failings, I'm afraid to say, of Transport for London and Taxi Private Hire. The failings also of your average police officer out on the street. They walk past these people who are ranked illegally outside bars and clubs, and they ignore the offences that are going on. And then the cab enforcement unit is expected to pick up the pieces, then maybe even, I'm afraid to say, of the sexual offences that go on. The congestion in the West End, which has been created, I'm afraid to say, Eddie, by Transport for London and Westminster City Council. You can't get the throughput of taxi cabs down into Piccadilly. It's chaos out there at night in the West End and other parts of London because of bad town planning and bad road planning. So unless TfL and borough councils start to open up roads, get traffic moving freely, remove the illegally parked vehicles, even harass these people from outside the doors of the bars and the clubs and outside the satellite offices, this issue, like other people have said, will not go away, Eddie. It'll be every year. It's going to be like Groundhog Day, I'm afraid.
Thank you very much.